Hello and welcome back to the Moderately Decent Drummer, maybe. My name is Dave, and today we are going to be looking. I am going to be looking at another Band-Maid and another Warning song, which is cool. I have been getting kind of behind in editing and recording and all of that stuff, so that's cool. And so I was thinking, especially today, I have less time to record, so I was thinking, what can I do with what to react to or whatever? And I decided, you know what? I'm going to kill two birds with one stone, and I'm going to do the Band-Maid Warning collab Show Them. I was wanting to listen to the song anyway, so it works out in the end. I've heard different things about this song. I think I've heard some people are like, "Oh, it's good, yeah." And I've heard some people, or at least like one person, be like, "Kind of was bad." But I don't really know what to expect. I haven't heard anything like, "Oh, this is one of the greatest things ever," or whatnot and such. But I'm excited to see where this song goes because, to be honest, I've got no clue where this song is going to go. I can't. I don't know how this is going to work. But I've got a trusty pen here and a whiteboard, so I'll be taking notes. Hopefully. Okay, so this is going to be Show Them, Bandmade, and Warning. The Warning. Sorry. Excited to see where this goes. This is the official music video. Yeah. Let's go!
I don't walk with my head anymore. I won't be the one to let you get your way. What makes you think I even care what you say about me? I know who I am and say the same. You can't do it. I'm saying now. Ooh. If you don't try, you'll never know. Standing clear, going against the pressure. That one you can always shine brighter. When you take a stand, and you know you can always fly higher. I'm here, go to the moment.
Okay, first impressions. Confused. A little. Not confused. Confused is the wrong way of putting it. I think I'm gonna write this down. Things I write down, I'm probably not going to look at until after I finish the song. Okay. So basically, I am sensing a bit of an imbalance here, but I'm going to wait to get into that until after I finish the song. I don't mind it so far. A little skeptical, but don't mind it so far. Let's keep
Here,
going.
go to the moment. I'm done with playing nice at games that try to change me. Better bet I am the one who throws the dice. Win or lose, it's all on me. I get to choose my victory. It's my life, I hold that kiss. No more waiting, stand up, take it. Right now, go. Going against the pressure of the world, you can always shine brighter. When you take a stand and you know you can always fly higher. I'm here,
That was interesting. Yeah, so I would not say that's the best collab I've ever seen. I maybe was expecting a little more, I dare say. It wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad. But there were a few things about it which I was like, there's some things I was like, oh, that's cool. And some things I was just like, "Mm, mm." But let me just go ahead and touch on some of the things I wrote. Well, actually, first, I didn't write this, but I just want to listen to this again. This is the beginning. I don't know. I was gonna say it doesn't really sound like her. It was very, very high pitched. That could have just been it. Normally, she's a deeper or lower pitched, whatever you want. But on the drums, I gotta say, it's a lot more tame than either of them normally, which, I mean, I guess that just kind of comes. They have two very different styles of drumming, so, when you try and combine them, it can often lead to, you just have to simplify things for the sake of it, especially when you have two different styles of bands. Like, yeah, they're both rock, okay? But it's not like they're equivalent. They're not the same kind of rock. And so when you're trying to like mash them, it doesn't necessarily work. But I thought this frame was really funny. There's another frame, of course, but or a couple more. I just really, for some reason, like the picture of these two with Akane drumming and Pao just looking on like that. Like she just got that power stance. But that's beside the point. Like they have one thing that this did really, really well was even though they are very different, when they're combining, it's usually pretty simplistic in all of the instrumentation. Not necessarily it is simplistic, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying overall, it's not as complex as they normally are in their own respective songs. There's not as much going on necessarily. It's simpler to play. That makes sense. But what I was going to say is they have those little sections in the song where they strive off into very, very mini solos where they go between, okay, here is Band-Maid with their drums, Warning with their drums. Or actually, it was the other way. Warning with their drums, Band-Maid with their drums. Warning with the bass, Band-Maid with the bass. Warning with the guitar, Band-Maid with the guitar. And it did those, and that was a nice effect. One thing I did note, which was kind of a very big thing, is except for these. I'll just go to the beginning because I know it's here. Except for all the sections where they're going, whoa, 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 whoa. The vocals and the instruments are extremely imbalanced, at least to my ears. And of course, that can just have something to do with how the song was mixed and all of that. But it sounds very, very empty. And this is to say that basically anytime choruses, they're supposed to be all these big things and everything. But I mean, just like listen to it for a second and just try and think about how well you can hear the instruments versus the vocals and everything.
I don't walk with my head anymore. I won't be the one to let you get your way. What makes you think I even care what you say about me? I know who I am, I said the same. You can't do it, I'm saying now. Ooh. If you
So basically, it's not that the instruments like are unhearable or anything. They're just very, very subdued in comparison to the vocals. The vocals are very clear. You can hear them very, very easily. The instruments are just background noise, basically, except when you get to these woes. So, I mean, like, if you listen to this and then listen to the woes, you can see that imbalance. It's just very quiet, is the thing. It sounds like an anthem, which is cool. But the song itself is like just it wasn't anything too amazing, unfortunately. These two really good bands have a good song together, but it's not like this is the collab of the century or anything. I will like to touch on the wherever it is. Let me see if I can find it. I just want to listen to that basic of it. She's got such like a slap bass type thing. It's lovely. This I sounds nice and it sounds nice to the song, but it's amazing how like dubbed not dubbed, like how brought down these are to kind of try and fit with each other, especially Powell's drumming. She's just doing flams. Like she could do so much more than that. Like Akane's doing basically just single stroke rolls, maybe double stroke rolls, but all Pow is doing is alternating between flames and the bass. And I'm like, I've seen her drum in videos and such. I've heard her drum. She can do so much more than flams. Okay, this is beside the point. Uh, Overall song, like okay. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't anything exceptional either. This is going to be interesting to drum because although I said that everything is rather simplistic and everything, they still do have those little sections which are different styles, meaning it's Band-Maid's drumming versus The Warning's drumming. And so, instead of having two drummers drumming their own styles on their own parts of the song, I'm going to be drumming both of their styles straight through. Like, it's so I'm basically going to have to be switching styles up constantly through the song. I say constantly, it's not that often, but you understand the point. There was one other thing I wanted to look at, and I think it was after the first chorus here. This is on the drum.
I'm done with playing nice at games that try to change me. Better bet I am the one who throws the dice. Win or lose it.
I actually wrote, it was before that frame I showed with two drummers, but I wrote drum off on my notes before I actually saw that. But that is a very, very miniature drum off, kind of like the solo is later. But it's just like, it kind of shows the styles of their drumming, but then it kind of just also ignores it, which is unfortunate because I'd love to see more of Akane's style in this.
I'm done with playing nice at games that try to change me. Better bet I am the one who throws the dice.
Like, yeah, so you have her, Akane's little fill there, which is cool. And then Pow takes it and starts doing her groove and everything. And that's Pow and everything. Why do I keep saying it everything? But then you move on, and the next time you see Akane, she's drumming the same part.
Win or lose, it's all on me. I could do
So it's kind of like, and there's the same flam fill that she has in her solo. I should say. None of them are really long enough to be considered a solo. If you combine them, then they can be considered a solo. But it's just the flam bass, flam bass, flam bass, flam bass. And it's just so tame. And if you hear the drumming in the background, it's just going da ba da ba da ba da da or whatever. Like it's so simplified for these two amazing drummers. I I understand the different styles and the bands and everything, and that in order to collaborate, you have to be able to mix this. Like a lot of collaborations, most commonly is you take one aspect of the collaborating band, the featured band, and then you slap that together with the actual band, and there you go. That's what it is. Or you reverse it, sort of, and the band that we're collabing with, we're going to generally style this song off of them, and then we're going to sort of be featuring off of it, building off of what they're doing. My great example for this is Ratatata, Electric Callboy, and Baby Metal. It's that song is very much so an Electric Callboy style song with Baby Metal features in it. But it's definitely Electric Callboy. Like, after listening to We Got the Moves, I'm like, these are very similar songs in those styles. Versus this, they're actually trying to combine their styles. They're trying to combine the different features of their bands instead of taking one over the other and working with that. And that's really hard to do. It's not easy to do by any means, to do it evenly. And I think they're trying here. And while it does work in a very simplistic sense, I'm sure probably fans of both of these bands maybe wanted a little more. I think I maybe wanted a little more. I know both of these drummers can do a lot more. Maybe they do in live performances, I don't know. And yeah, and so my whole thing was compromising styles so that way both of us can do this. So we'll just do this, you know? Because the whole thing is that if I'm getting the vibes and everything, basically, except when they're separating them parts to do the slow solos and such, usually both bands are playing the same thing. And it's basically like, you have the two vocalists harmonizing or whatever. The instruments are basically just harmonizing with each other as well. And that's just, except for those little thingies. So basically, in order to combine their songs, their styles and everything, they just watered everything down a lot. That's my take on this song. I'm sorry if that makes you angry, but that's what it is. And with that in mind, I'm gonna go drum this, and I'm gonna see if I can alternate styles, just still keeping it chill. I'll probably be throwing some own things in there of mine, but we'll find out when I get to it. Now,
I don't walk with my habit anymore. I won't be the one to let you get your way. What makes you think I even care what you say? me. Better bet I am the one who throws the dice. Win or lose, it's all on me. I get to choose my victory. It's my life, I hold that kiss. No more waiting, stand up, take it. Right now, going against the plans of the world. You can always shine brighter. When you take a stand and you know you can always fly higher. I'm here, go show them all now. Going against the pressure, the wall, you can always shine brighter. When you take a stand and you know you can always fly higher. I'm here, scream out what you want. There's no point in hiding to fake it. You know who you are, let them know that they'll have to take it. I'm here, go show them all now.
Show them. Okay. I played it. It was pretty chill. I was trying to kind of throw things around. It was having trouble. I was having trouble hearing it cleanly and making the correct transitions. I like the song. It's not a bad song. I prefer anything else I've heard from the band from Band-Maid or The Warning. I was about to say the Band-Maid. Any of their songs I'd probably take over this song, but it's cool. This was chill. I like the little around and such, the little battles in the between the instruments, it's all cool and such. Don't got many other thoughts towards this. So I hope my drumming was okay and all of that. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions for songs I should react to or cover, you could drop them in the comment section below, or you can go into the Google Forms in the description of this video or on my YouTube page. That's that. I have my hand up and you can't see it. It's just like